Every game begins the same way.
To everyone just joining us, a huge welcome to the channel. And before we get started, I'm asking you clearly and directly, please subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you become a part of the Birdland and get the fastest and most in-depth analysis on the Orioles with a unique and true perspective from someone who lives and breathes the team's daily life. This isn't just another sports channel. Here we speak from the heart, from fan to fan, about our beloved team. Because only those who understand the O chant during the national anthem truly understand the soul of this team. And now, for the news that just broke. The Orioles are looking at major reinforcements for the starting rotation in the upcoming free agency. And my friend, the options are mouth-watering. After Corbin Burns' departure and the failed attempt to compensate with names like Charlie Morton and Kyle Gibson, the front office seems to have learned its lesson. The need for an ace is clear, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Grayson Rodriguez's health. Fortunately, this year's free agency is loaded with talent that can truly change the game. The renowned journalist Jon Heyman, who has unquestionable credibility, has pointed out 9 high-caliber names, and 5 of them in particular could be targets for the O's. To everyone just joining us, a huge welcome to the channel. And before we get started, I'm asking you clearly and directly, please subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you become a part of the Birdland and get the fastest and most in-depth analysis on the Orioles with a unique and true perspective from someone who lives and breathes the team's daily life. This isn't just another sports channel. Here we speak from the heart, from fan to fan, about our beloved team. Because only those who understand the O chant during the national anthem truly understand the soul of this team. And now, for the news that just broke. The Orioles are looking at major reinforcements for the starting rotation in the upcoming free agency. And my friend, the options are mouth-watering. After Corbin Burns' departure and the failed attempt to compensate with names like Charlie Morton and Kyle Gibson, the front office seems to have learned its lesson. The need for an ace is clear, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Grayson Rodriguez's health. Fortunately, this year's free agency is loaded with talent that can truly change the game. The renowned journalist Jon Heyman, who has unquestionable credibility, has pointed out 9 high-caliber names, and 5 of them in particular could be targets for the O's. The first on the list is Framber Valdez, the lefty who dominated the Houston Astros rotation. His numbers speak for themselves. Since 2020, he has a 3.17 ERA and a 1.16 WHIP in over 950 innings. What's most impressive about Valdez is his ability to generate ground balls with his heavy sinker, which translates to a low HR9 of just 0.67. Signing Valdez would be an audacious and transformative move, securing an elite top-of-the-rotation arm that can rival anyone in the American League. He would not only fill the void left by Burns, but would bring a consistency and type of pitching that the Birds desperately need. The second name, Dylan Cease, brings immense potential despite a slightly below average 2025 season in San Diego. However, it's crucial to look at what Cease did in 2022 when he was the AL Cy Young Award runner-up with a 2.20 ERA and 227 strikeouts. He is one of the best strikeout pitchers in the league, and at just 29 years old is still in his prime. The impact of Cease on an already talented rotation like ours with Kyle Bradish and Trevor Rogers would be massive. He would not only add a dominant strikeout threat, but would also elevate the confidence level of the entire pitching staff. Betting on Cease is a bet on pure talent, and the O's front office needs to be willing to make that move if they want to contend for a title again. Next, we have Michael King, who made a remarkable transition from the bullpen to the starting rotation and proved to be an elite pitcher. While injuries are a concern, King's 2024 numbers, 2.95 ERA, 2-1 strikeouts, show that he has the potential to be a high-quality pitcher. Acquiring King would be a smart strategic play, as he offers the flexibility to fit into different roles within the rotation, and if healthy, could be one of the most profitable deals in free agency. And speaking of talent, we can't forget about Zach Gallen of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Despite a somewhat shaky 2025, he has shown signs of recovery in the second half of the season, with a 3.40 ERA since the All-Star game. Gallen was a Cy Young finalist in 2022, and if he can rediscover that form, would be a monumental addition to the Birds. Signing Gallen is an investment in proven history and potential, and the risk may be worth it if he returns to the dominant pitcher we know. Finally, Chris Bassitt, a veteran with a lot of experience and consistency, who would fit perfectly into the rotation as a mid-rotation pitcher. At 36, Bassitt still has good command, which makes him a safer and more reliable option than last year's gambles. His arrival would bring stability and leadership to the pitching staff, and he could be the mentor our young pitchers need to continue developing. The front office has a golden opportunity to intelligently and impactfully reinforce the team. The possibility of having any of these pitchers in free agency is the most important news for the Orioles. The starting rotation, which already seems to be in much better shape with the return of Bradish, Wells, and the promising Rogers, would get an unparalleled boost. The pursuit of an elite pitcher like Valdez, Cease, King, or Gallen would give the Orioles the clear advantage they had with Corbin Burnes last year, with Bradish and Rogers serving as solid second and third pitchers. These names aren't just good, they are potential game changers. Each of them, in their own way, brings a characteristic that can elevate the entire franchise. Valdez, with his mastery of inducing ground balls and his impeccable consistency, is the type of pitcher who transforms the infield defense into a fortress. He is a workhorse, capable of accumulating innings and keeping pitches short. His postseason experience with the Astros is also a crucial factor that cannot be ignored, as he knows what it takes to win under pressure. Cease, with his insane strikeout potential, is a pitcher who can dominate a game on his own, silencing the league's hottest bats. When he's at his peak, he's nearly impossible to hit. Although the current year is a question mark, his youth and the potential to return to his 2022 form make him a fascinating gamble. If the Orioles can get the best out of him again, the reward would be immeasurable. King, despite his injury history, represents a golden opportunity to find tremendous value in free agency. His transition to a starter was a resounding success, and he has shown that he can be a high-quality pitcher. If the O's top-notch medical staff can manage him well, he could be a surprise ace. His versatility and ability to throw strikes make him a very valuable addition. And Gallen, with his history as a Cy Young finalist, offers the potential for a return to elite form. His last 9 games show that he still has what it takes to dominate. Signing Gallen could be a masterstroke if he returns to his 2022 level. The bet here is on the recovery of a proven talent, and the chances of success are high. Additionally, the pursuit of a veteran like Chris Bassitt is a much smarter way to strengthen the pitching staff compared to what the front office did last winter. Bassitt is not an elite pitcher, but he is a very solid, reliable, and above all, consistent pitcher. He can eat innings, avoid walks, and serve as an anchor in the middle of the rotation. His presence would be a relief for the workload on our younger arms and a security for the team in general. The stability he would bring to the pitching group is invaluable. Of course, the O's front office can't just focus on the rotation. The loss of Felix Bautista, El Toro's monster, in the bullpen needs to be addressed with the signing of an elite closer, as the gap he left is huge. The powerful but young offensive lineup could also benefit from a veteran batter who could provide stability and leadership. But let's be honest, the most urgent and glaring need for the Orioles right now is the starting rotation. The lack of an ace was the team's Achilles heel in many crucial moments, and this year's free agency offers a perfect opportunity to fix that. The franchise's future success depends on the front office's ability to make the right move, and it seems that this time they cannot afford to make a mistake. The Birdland is eager and holding its breath, waiting to see what the next big move would be. What's unfolding is a scenario where the Baltimore Orioles' management has a golden chance to solidify the team as a true title contender. The 2025 free agency presents a depth of talent in the starting rotation that is rarely seen. The decision to go after one of the available aces, like Framber Valdez or Dylan Cease, would be a clear and unequivocal signal to all of Major League Baseball that the franchise is committed to immediate winning and not just long-term development. Valdez, for example, offers a rare combination of experience, consistency, and a unique pitch that aligns perfectly with the Orioles' defensive strength. His ability to induce ground balls would be a lethal weapon at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, a park that historically favors pitchers. Furthermore, the presence of a left-handed pitcher of his quality at the top of the rotation would be a tactical advantage against opponents. And we cannot forget about Dylan Cease, a pitcher who, despite his ups and downs, has a performance ceiling that few can match. His youth and the potential to throw over 200 innings with a very high strikeout rate make him a significant acquisition. His presence in the rotation would boost the morale of all pitchers, and the healthy competition for a spot in the five-man rotation would be beneficial for the development of our young talents. But the options don't stop there. Michael King, a revelation as a starter, offers a different path. He is proof that the transition from a relief role to a starter can be successful. His ability to pitch with command and a variety of pitches makes him an intriguing target. If the O's can manage his workload and keep him healthy, he could become a hidden gem in free agency. And Zach Gallen, despite a shaky 2025, cannot be dismissed. His second half of the season shows that he is still an elite pitcher. Acquiring Gallen would be a high-risk, high-reward move, but the gamble could pay off handsomely. His experience in playoff games and his ability to pitch in high-pressure scenarios would be invaluable for a young team seeking a title. Finally, Chris Bassitt represents the safest and most reliable option. He is not an ace, but he is a consistently above-average pitcher who can eat innings and provide stability to the rotation. Compared to last year's mediocre signings, Bassitt is a clear upgrade. He's the type of veteran who can set an example in the clubhouse and on the field, and his presence would help guide the developing pitching staff. The big question now is, how aggressive will the O's be? The need is obvious, the options are there. It's time for the front office to show the Birdland that the ambition of 2023 and 2024 wasn't just a flash in the pan, but the beginning of a winning era. The window of opportunity is open, and we cannot afford to wait. The Birds need a top pitcher for the rotation, and free agency is the place to find one. The Birdland is eagerly awaiting the next chapter of this saga. In summary, the main news is that the Baltimore Orioles are eyeing high-caliber reinforcements for the starting rotation in free agency, with names like Framber Valdez, Dylan Cease, Michael King, Zach Gallen, and Chris Bassitt being the main targets. The need for an ace is crucial for the team to return to title contention, especially after last year's frustration and the uncertainty of Grayson Rodriguez's health. The Birds' management seems to have learned their lesson, and the depth of talent available in this market offers a golden opportunity to significantly strengthen the team. The acquisition of any of these pitchers would completely change the dynamic of the rotation. The time to act is now. And you, from the Birdland, what do you think of the team's latest decisions? Which of these pitchers would be the best strategy for the O's? Do you think the front office should be aggressive and go after a big name like Valdez or Cease? Or would it be smarter to invest in a reliable name like Bassitt? Leave your opinion in the comments. Your voice is essential for our channel. Like the video if you enjoyed the analysis, share it with other fans, and of course, subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the most exclusive analysis and daily updates on the Orioles. Let's go together, rooting for a new era of glory.